Hey guys, episode 31 of the crypto portfolio series. So the portfolio's back with a vengeance this week. Everything seems to be up sort of fairly well, about 20% or so, with some outliers, which I'll come back to a little later. Not too much news this week, but probably something that could cause some news in the next few weeks would be the MicroStrategy Michael Saylor conference that they had. So this was sort of a get-together organised by them, basically to show how businesses can sort of convert some of their cash position, treasury sort of assets into Bitcoin, whether it be a sort of large part if they want to take the MicroStrategy approach, or maybe just say 5% for a bit of diversification if they're, some of these sort of big companies, Apple and people like that, sort of holding multi-billion portfolios of just cash. Some of them into sort of many tens, 100 billion. So he's saying it's, risky to hold that much in cash with the money printing that's going on. And so you've had accountants and lawyers. He said some CEOs of companies attending. And we'll see if anything comes of it, if they want to take his view. He did have Elon Musk sort of potentially just trolling or creating up a bit of a storm on Twitter before, sort of asking him if it was possible to make large transactions in Bitcoin. Obviously got the rumour mill starting, saying that Tesla were going to convert some of theirs and they would be the first of many of the big companies, but we'll see. I think I'd like a bit more sort of hard evidence than just Elon Musk tweeting, because he tends to enjoy that a little. But yeah, looking at the portfolio this week, pretty much everything is up. Bitcoin up 16%. It's had a little drop in the last day, or overnight really, but nice gain for the week. Back up to nearly the all-time highs, sort of £30,000, $42,000. So portfolio overall's up about £40,000 this week. Ethereum struggling a little in the last couple of days. Sort of got to its high earlier on in the week, really. But up 21% on the week, so slightly outperforming Bitcoin. Probably won't be touching this, making any more sales, I think, until about £1,500. Sort of these targets are obviously moving around in my head at the moment. Try and sort of set them at rough price points, but kind of depends on the action, what happens, and if something rockets harder than I sort of thought it would, or if it rockets with very little news, then I tend to sort of get out a little, and that is what I've done with Cardano, or ADA, this week. So it's up 90%. Had a real sort of pump in the last day. You see a sort of gap up there all of a sudden. I was kind of planning on selling 10,000 of the 36,000 that I had at about 40p. Was sort of thinking about it yesterday. It was around 38, 39p. I thought, well, if it gets to 40p, I was always planning on selling 10,000. So it's got to 49p this morning. So got 10,000 sold. That'll go into the Trading 212 invest account stocks next week. Litecoin, not done too well, down 3-4%, but that's just for the day. Sorry, so it's 17% up, similar to Bitcoin. Again, just coming down in the last day with everything else. XLM, 20%, sort of similar to the others across the board. Not really looking to sell any more of this just yet. Seems to be a sort of steady mover up with the rest. OMG up 35%. Sort of had £4 for this as a sort of next sell point. Didn't quite make it there. Sort of hovering around just below £4. I think I'll probably wait for a sustained move above £4 to maybe take a little bit more off the table. So I've got 2,000. I think it would probably be sale of about 600 at £4, but we'll see if it gets there. XRP, Ripple, 1.37% down on the week. Still sort of up and down. Doesn't really know where it's going at the moment. Still waiting on more news from the SEC lawsuit. Basic attention token, 25%. Had a pump over the last day as well. Was kind of thinking round about now, really, to sort of take 2,500 off the table here. So I've got 10,748. I think I'm just waiting a little bit longer. Hasn't made all that much. I mean, I was buying some of this in the 20p range, really. So sort of look at the year, it's been higher than here in the summer. So I think I may just wait a little bit longer. Might be a bit hasty. Sort of taking 2,500 off now. Tron, not really moving quite as much as the others, 12% nearly. Again, not really sort of wanting to take too much off at the moment. Still haven't really seen a great deal of development from them, but hopefully something will be in the pipeline. EOS, again, sort of underperforming a little, 8% up on the week, but similar to Tron, really. Hoping to see some reasonable gain. Dash, 13%, just slightly underperforming Bitcoin. But obviously it's a privacy coin, still potentially looking to change from being a privacy coin. So see where that one goes. Obviously it's way below the sort of all-time highs, where you've got sort of Ethereum, and that sort of thing breaking new all-time highs. So we'll see where Dash goes. Power Ledger, up 5% because it's taken a little bit drop down, but I did actually time that quite well and sold 7,000 at the sort of high point of the weekend, or the weekend so far, at about just over 11p. So I thought that was a nice point to take a little bit off. I think this is still about 150th in the sort of top rankings. So yeah, it's not doesn't seem to be a huge great gainer. So I thought I'd just take a little bit off. And finally, Dogecoin, still getting the crazy memes going on Reddit and Twitter. Had another pump from Elon Musk and has risen up in the weekend. So I think yesterday it was about 3.5p. So I took 15,000 off the table, taking me down to 36,500 now. So it's been a real, obviously left plenty of money on the table. I sold 50,000 at 1.5p. So could have sold a lot more, but I don't really like sort of Reddit pump and dumps, basically. That's all this seemed to be. Dogecoin's got very little practical use, so I think this is just the Wall Street bets type crowd pumping it up, basically. So I'm not looking to participate in that. I'm selling into the rally. So we'll probably carry on. May sell a little bit more if it continues above 4p. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. So reasonable amount of sales this week. I think about £6,000 overall. So that'll all be going into the stock portfolio next week. So that's the portfolio. So drop a comment if you're interested in finding out any more, or just want to see how things are going. And drop a like, as always appreciated, and speak to you soon.